Once upon a time, in a small seaside town, there was a school by the harbor. The students loved their teachers. But one day, disaster struck. Their science teacher, Mr. Finley, got a sudden vacation notice and wouldn't be back for weeks. The principal panicked. Who will teach our kids? That's when a very unusual candidate arrived, an octopus named Ollie. He had wandered ashore from the ocean, curious about the humans and their strange buildings. The principal, desperate, said, "Well, we've never had a substitute like this before, but let's give it a try." The children were skeptical. How could an octopus possibly teach? Ollie smiled with his big round eyes and slithered into the classroom. With 8 arms, he could do everything at once. One arm held the chalk, another wrote on the board, 2 passed out worksheets, 3 handed out pencils, and the last one rang the tiny bell. "Wow," whispered a student. "He's amazing." At first, things got a little chaotic. Ollie's arms sometimes tangled around chairs. Worksheets flew through the air. The classroom pet hamster had a brief adventure climbing Ollie's legs. But slowly, the kids realized that Ollie wasn't just multitasking. He was perfectly organized. He could answer every question at once. He could demonstrate science experiments, sketch diagrams, and even help students tie their shoelaces, all while keeping everyone on track. By the end of the first day, the students were cheering, "Ollie is the best teacher ever." With Ollie's guidance, the class learned faster than ever. Multiplication tables were recited in unison, science experiments produced colorful results, and art projects were finished in record time. Each arm could multitask on a different subject. When it was time for gym, Ollie even helped 2 kids climb ropes, 2 others balance on beams, and still had 4 arms to play a tiny game of octopus tag. The school had never been so productive, or so fun. Of course, teaching 8-armed students can have hiccups. During lunch, Ollie accidentally knocked over the milk, sent sandwiches flying, and juggled carrots like a circus performer. The kids laughed so hard, milk mustaches everywhere, that Ollie's mistakes became the highlight of the day. At the end of the week, the principal asked Ollie if he wanted to become the permanent substitute. Ollie smiled and shook his tentacles. "I belong in the ocean," he said. But he left the kids with a special gift, a notebook with tips on multitasking, creativity, and teamwork. The students waved goodbye as Ollie slid back into the harbor. From that day on, they remembered their octopus teacher and the lesson he taught. With patience, creativity, and teamwork, you can handle anything, even 8 tasks at once. And sometimes, the most unexpected teachers make the biggest difference.